Hello, my name is Diana Pinto, and I want to tell you a little about the history of Italy. Italy, located on the European continent, borders France to the west, Switzerland and Austria to the north, and Slovenia to the Nordics. Italy is the heir to the classical tradition, cradle of European art, using center of humanist doctrines. Foundation. The history of Italy is closely linked to that of Western culture and to the history of European. Many of the great historical events of the Western world had taken place in Italy or had been carried out by their peoples. Origins. In the 1st century BC, Italy was located between the Strait of Messina and the line connecting the Gulf of Salerno and the Gulf of Taranto. Later in Roman times, Italy expanded to include the entire peninsula. With the end of the social war of the 1st century BC, Rome allowed its Italian allies to enter fully into Roman political life.
In Italy, there are some means of transport such as line meters, line trains, buses, private cars, rent cars, rail transport, air transport, whatever to measure is most used mode of transport in Italy. Its safety and speed make the most preferred system to get from one part of the city another. The cultural interest plays. Rome Colosseum, the quintessential sum of Roman is the Colosseum, a spectacular 1,000-year-old amphitheater that will allow you to travel back to times of the Roman Empire. Tower of Pisa. The Tower of Pisa or Leaning Tower is one in indisputable emblems of Italy. It is a construction that has 8 levels plus the bell tower. Grand Canal in Venice. Venice is a city that same stopped in a time. It canals down every corner of this place while the dozens of gondolas that play them away that time to see it of for example, for the formidable Rialto Bridge.
The gastronomy of Italy is characterized by its elaboration with abundant vegetables, fruits, meats, fish, rice, pasta, and bread. Some of these typical dishes are pizza, pasta, and risotto. Traditional desserts are ice cream or gelato, tiramisu, baba from Naples. The typical drinks of Italy are limoncello, grappa, and sambuca. Italian music usually varies between opera and classical instrumental music. The Napolitan song or canzone napolitana and their singer-songwriter tradition are also popular national styles along with imported genres such as jazz, rock and hip hop. Some of their typical customs are greet each other with a handshake, introduce yourself to the person accompanying the greeting with the title. Many families live nucleated or in confined space. On weekends, they usually meet at home, visit family and friends. Some of their traditions are the Befeana, Capodanno, the Giuliana, and the Carnival. The Befeana is an old woman who spends the night before January 6 in all Italian homes. Capodanno, before the Feana, the culmination of the old year and the beginning of the new one are celebrated. The Giuliana in Italy represents the old year. She is a witch dressed in a rag that burns in the main town squares. And the carnival is celebrated in the days leading up to Ash Wednesday, which mark the start of Lent.